Hi, I'm Brooke. I live in my Honda CRV with my dog. She's back there. She may pop her head up at some point, but I wanted to address really quickly how I work from the road. Everybody asks, do you have a job? How do you make money doing this? And I know a lot of it is very well intentioned, and I wish I could help everybody find a job that's remote and you can work from the road so you can come do this too. I know that's why a lot of people ask, but unfortunately in my situation I am self-employed and I've kind of created my own job, so I don't talk too much about it because it's not something that I can give you a company to go, work for, or send you a job application, or, do something like that. So I encourage people on my lives when they ask, and in my other videos when they ask, is to find the things that you like and find the skill set that you already have and try to find a job or try to find a way to make that your job for the road. So for example, for me, I still freelance for a few salon owners and stylists that I used to work pretty closely with through a business group after I stopped becoming a hairstylist. So I do very basic work for them that I had been doing for myself for my own salon space, like updating their website, reaching out to clients, sending out emails, doing social media stuff, very basic level freelance kind of things, admin work when they need help, and that's kind of how I support myself. So my expenses aren't super high in the car, so that's just what I'm doing currently. So that's why I don't talk about it a ton, because it's a very specific job that I had specific connections for, and it was just kind of a flow from closing my salon into my freelance. And so I wish I could help and do all those things. But if you are looking for something, especially if you're in an RV, you could look into camp hosting. The website Coolworks has a lot of jobs that either provide housing or are seasonal. I found one job that didn't work out, but that had housing and that let me bring the dog, and then was a seasonal position that I could work at. And I know a lot of travelers do that. So you take, 3 or 4 months out of the year to go work a seasonal job as a server or as a housekeeper or as a river guide or as a, ski instructor, or just checking people in and out of a campground or things like that, and save up all that money over the summer. You get to, have a fun job, meet people your age, and then, travel throughout the fall and the winter or something like that. There's also different things across the US. For example, there's a beet harvest that a lot of people do, where you work just for 3 weeks to harvest beets. You get paid. A lot of people live off that money for a really long time. People sell art. There's also DoorDash, GoPuff, Postmates, all of those. I've definitely done those for extra cash in the past. And they're great because especially when you're in a car and not an RV, you can do that just the same as you would if you were living in an apartment or things like that, to make some extra money on the side. People just work regular remote jobs that they've already had, that they've gotten hired in a home situation, like when they've already lived in their home and then moved it to being on the road. A lot of people do social media. A lot of people monetize their YouTube, they write a blog, they do TikTok. There's so many options out there, but it definitely needs to still be something that you enjoy and that you want to do, because it's still your job even if you're doing it from a beautiful location. So it's something that you have to put work into every single day. So I would encourage you to not just get any job just so you can get out on the road. I would encourage you to do something that you wouldn't mind doing, full time to support yourself. And like I said, it's not very expensive to live like this. My expenses are under $1,000 a month, all in, with health insurance, dog insurance, phone bill, all of that stuff. So you can do this for pretty cheap. And I know there's people who do it for way less than $1,000. That is just my budget with the dog and with what my expenses are personally. So if you don't have rent. So that's the nice part that usually eliminates, $1,000 to $1,500 right there. So it makes it pretty easy to find something to support yourself. So I wish I could help more with the job, but I do have a job. I do work. It's not full-time, but like I said, I don't need it to be full-time. I do like to be able to travel and enjoy where I'm going, and that's it. I'm just self-employed. I wish I could give you a list of all these companies that are hiring, but I don't have a ton. In the future, if I ever find some, I will do an updated video on that. But for me personally right now, it is just the business I created, and it's been working for me, and I'm going to keep doing it. But I hope this helps a little bit, and I will see you guys on the next one.